Okay, so my name is Clara Crawford. I'm a freshman here at Fort Hayes, and my major is early childhood education. So, going with the first prompt, describe a recent situation where I installed a browser application and how it went. So, I recently took psychology and I had this big research paper I had to do, and I installed a plagiarism checker on my computer just because I wanted to double check and make sure I quoted everything correctly and used citations right. So I sent that through and it had me download this other web browser. It was like Web Navigator or Lock something. It was really weird. And that became like my default browser for some reason, and I probably should have read the description more because it ended up putting this huge virus on my computer and I had to go and get it fixed. Luckily, I had kind of some virus protection, so it notified me as soon as it like detected it, so I was able to get it in before it completely destroyed my computer. So, moral of the story, read the fine print on the websites before you download things. Fair warning, it was the Chegg plagiarism checker. It is not a good one. Do not recommend. Stick to Grammarly 100%. Um, Going on to number two, have you ever created a PDF? So one of my scholarships, it requires me to scan a bunch of documents and make it into one PDF. So I have some experience with it and like scanning things and combining everything and like PDF mergers almost. I definitely think it's important as a future teacher to be able to understand and use PDFs because with today technology growing, like we all have different computers, whether it's an HP or a MacBook or a Chromebook, like we need to be able to see all the same content and we don't want it all jumbled and scrambled. And I think it's just necessary for future teachers. I have used the webcam to record myself before and upload things to the internet. I had a Foundations of Education class, and we had like a few lesson plan type things that we had to like upload of us like explaining a certain presentation or something like that. And with this year, we've gotten a lot more familiar with Zoom as well. So that is something that is really important. Describe ways you think a video recordings could be useful as a future teacher. Well, a lot of my classes today are using like video lectures because we can't meet in person because of coronavirus. So I certainly think that's a necessity, and it's really important to be able to adapt along with technology as it advances. And video recordings, I think, are going to be a major part of the future, and they're almost going to be essential for teachers.